Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English Listening with Mr. Marr. I hope you're having a fantastic day today. If you are new here, well, this is the exact place where we master English listening and speaking together, one steady step at a time. Today, we are diving into a topic that almost every single English beginner struggles with. We're talking about 5 common mistakes beginners make in English. Now, before we even start, I really want to tell you something very important here. Making mistakes is completely normal. In fact, if you're making mistakes right now, it just means you're actually out there trying. Imagine a little baby learning to walk. They fall down dozens of times before they can take their very first steady steps, right? Do we laugh at them? No, of course not. We cheer them on. Learning English is exactly the same thing. So, please, don't be afraid. Let's look at these 5 mistakes so you can spot them, learn from them, and finally speak more confidently. All right, let's start off with mistake number 1. Translating word for word from your native language straight into English. When you try to translate every single word directly, your sentences will often sound totally unnatural, or just completely confusing. Every language has its own unique grammar rules and word order, you know? Let me give you a fun little example here. Imagine a beginner wants to say they are very hungry. In some languages, the literal phrase is, "I have hunger." If you translate that directly into English, you might say, "I have hunger." Now, while a native speaker might understand what you mean, it sounds a bit strange to our ears. In English, we use the verb to be for feelings and states. So we say, "I am hungry." Another classic example is asking for someone's age. Instead of asking, "How many years do you have?" in English, we ask, "How old are you?" So, how do we fix it? Well, instead of memorizing individual words, try to memorize whole phrases and blocks of language. Learn "I am hungry" or "How old are you?" as a single, connected unit of sound. Moving on to mistake number 2, forgetting the S at the end of verbs when talking about he, she, or it. Ugh, this is such a tiny, tiny letter, but it is easily one of the most common grammar mistakes in the entire world. People often say, "He likes coffee," or "She lives in New York." But the correct way, the correct way is, "He likes coffee," and "She lives in New York." Speaking of New York, since I live right here in the United States, I hear people visiting the city make this mistake all the time. Imagine you are at a crowded, busy coffee shop here in Manhattan with your friend, Leo. You want to tell the barista what Leo wants. If you say, "He wants an iced latte," oh, it's grammatically incorrect. You absolutely need to add that smooth S sound right at the end. He wants an iced latte. It takes real practice because your brain has to build a completely new muscle memory for that sound. So, start noticing it whenever you listen to English videos or podcasts. Next up, mistake number 3, mixing up borrow and lend. Oh boy, this one confuses so many students. They both involve giving or taking something for a short period of time, but the direction of the action is completely opposite. Listen closely. Borrow means to take or receive something from someone. The direction is moving towards you. Lend means to give something to someone for a short time. The direction is moving away from you. Imagine you are sitting in a classroom or an office and you suddenly realize you forgot your pen. You turn to your coworker and say, "Hey, can you borrow me a pen?" This is totally incorrect because you are asking them to give it to you. The correct phrases are, "Can I borrow your pen?" which means, "Can I take it?" Or, "Can you lend me a pen?" which means, "Can you give it to me?" An easy little trick to remember this is lend starts with the letter L, just like let me give you, and borrow is simply when you take it. Now, mistake number 4 isn't actually about grammar or vocabulary at all. It's a major mindset mistake, being too afraid to speak because you fear making a mistake. I like to call this the silence trap. Many beginners wait until their English is absolutely perfect before they finally open their mouths. But let me tell you a little secret. Perfect English does not exist. Even native speakers make mistakes, use weird slang, or stammer when they speak. Imagine you are traveling on an airplane and you want to ask the flight attendant for some water. You sit there so nervously, thinking to yourself, should I say, "Could I please have some water?" Or, "May I get a glass of water?" What if my pronunciation is bad? Because you are overthinking everything, you stay completely silent and you stay thirsty. But guess what? If you just smile and say, "Water, please," the flight attendant will happily give you that water. Communication is always about connection, never perfection. Just use the words you already know. Finally, mistake number 5, relying only on traditional textbooks. Textbooks are great for learning basic rules, sure, but nobody actually talks like a textbook in real life. If you only study textbooks, you will learn phrases like, "How do you do?" "I am doing well. Thank you." But if you walk into a real, live coffee shop here in the United States, or chat with someone online, they will say, "Hey, what's up?" Or, "How's it going?" If you've only studied dry textbooks, your brain might freeze up because you didn't prepare for real conversational English. Wow. The solution is simply to combine your study with real-life materials. Watch YouTube videos, just like this channel. Listen to podcasts. Watch movies with English subtitles. And really listen to how people actually talk in everyday situations. That is exactly how you master true English listening. To wrap it all up, let's do a super quick recap of the 5 mistakes to avoid. 1. Don't translate word for word. 2. Always remember the S for he, she, and it. 3. Never mix up borrow and lend. 4. Don't let fear keep you completely silent. And 5. Move far beyond just textbooks into real-life English. So, which of these 5 mistakes do you personally make the most? Don't be shy. Let me know in the comments section below. If you found this episode helpful today, please hit that like button. Subscribe to English Listening with Mr. Marr, and share it with a friend who is also out there learning English. Thank you so much for listening today. Keep practicing, stay confident, and I will see you in the very next video straight from New York. Bye-bye.